Right there with the red thing?
Yes, sir.
How in the could they have missed it? That's impossible.
Kiely Rodni's father expressing disbelief that his daughter's car wasn't found sooner by law enforcement. Now the divers who found the vehicle are sharing exactly what they saw when they found it and their questions about what they found. I'm Angenette Levy, and welcome to this latest edition of Law&Crime's Sidebar podcast. Well, these divers are with a volunteer group called Adventures with Purpose, and we spoke with them after they found the vehicle, and they did this after searching the Prosser Creek Reservoir in Nevada County, California, for less than an hour. It's absolutely amazing. They used sonar to locate the vehicle, and this was found in a place that had been searched by law enforcement in the weeks prior. And Kiely Rodni, as you know, had gone missing. She had told her mother she was coming home from this graduation party, and then she vanished. So joining me to talk about this is Doug Bishop. He is with Adventures with Purpose. He is their lead diver and lead investigator. Doug, welcome back to Sidebar. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thank you for having me back.
Doug, I know that you guys put out a video recently in which you said, we think that this is suspicious. So tell me what you believe is suspicious about what you found.
I mean, let's just start at the beginning. You know, we're talking about a 16-year-old that just graduated, highly intelligent, possibly on her way to med school, disappears from a party of upwards of 400 children and ends up being found, several hundred yards away. That in itself is completely alarming, and nobody saw anything. Take into consideration the area where her vehicle was found is not a wrong turn road. We're talking about a very beautifully paved road that leads in and out of this campground that she was extremely familiar with. And where her vehicle ended up was on a very hard, sharp left turn onto a dirt road that is rough. It is extremely rough. The ruts in this road, I mean, it literally takes you have to have a 4-wheel drive vehicle to get down this road. There's no mistaking it. Once you are put onto this road, you know exactly where you're at. You're on the wrong path. So the fact that the vehicle ended up where it is, completely suspicious. There's a lot of ifs in regards to where she was located within the vehicle being suspicious as well, which I find suspicious. The whole thing just doesn't add up. There's a 16-year-old just doesn't disappear with that many people around and nobody knowing anything and no one willing to talk. It's a huge red flag.
American Scandal is a podcast from Wondery that takes you deep into the most infamous scandals in American history to see what drives someone to break the rules. The newest season explores one scandal that proved uniquely polarizing and had a profound global impact, all because of one man, Edward Snowden. When the young NSA contractor leaked thousands of documents outlining the secret and illegal mass surveillance operation the United States was running on its own citizens, people were shocked. Consequently, many asked, was Edward Snowden a whistleblower or a traitor? This season of American Scandal explores the questions raised by the infamous leaks. Who was Edward Snowden? Why did he do it? And how did he get caught? Listen to American Scandal, Snowden on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or you can listen ad-free by joining Wondery Plus in the Wondery app. Is it your understanding that she did text her mom that she would be home and she went on her way home from the party?
That we do know happened. Whether or not it was her that texted her mother, I don't know. There's a lot of people that are saying, this could be just an accident, which it very well could be an accident. However, this isn't an accident scenario per se. If you want to take into consideration that she did text her mom that she didn't misspell anything, she texted very legibly. So, and then she disappears right after. Yeah, it doesn't necessarily fall in line with somebody who's inebriated enough to make such a drastic, devastating wrong turn and end up in a reservoir.
Well, there was some discussion that she, it was a graduation party with younger people.
Hmm.
There were a couple hundred people there, I guess, at least, and there was some discussion that she was intoxicated. So, I mean, it is entirely possible that she maybe took a wrong turn. We just don't know at this point. Have you learned any information at all that leads you to believe, yes, indeed, this was a suspicious disappearance? Have you learned anything from law enforcement?
Um, as far as that goes, I can't disclose that. It's still an ongoing FBI investigation. CHP is involved, as well as Nevada County, Placer County Sheriff's Department. There's certain things that I can't discuss, and I can say based on what I know, it's extremely suspicious. Extremely.
Tell me what you saw when you found the vehicle. I've covered cases where vehicles have gone into the water and they start taking on water and they
Hmm.
sink. And
Yeah.
oftentimes people panic and they try to escape any way they can.
Hmm.
Tell me what you saw that leads you to believe there were some suspicious things going on here.
You know, as far as particulars, again, there's certain things that I cannot say. With the way her vehicle was found upside down, I would say that falls in line with a lot of the vehicles that we find underwater. Um, it is common for individuals to end up in the back seat, not necessarily in the back hatch area. So that's a red flag to me. Now, does that mean anything? It doesn't. It's possible in trying to get out. But we're also talking about a window that was out and another window that was halfway down as well already. And she's tiny enough to even fit out a half of a window. So I personally do not believe that this was just an accident, although it very well could be.
Right. It very well could be. It's my understanding she was found in the back seat of the vehicle and that one window was apparently allegedly busted out, one was partway down.
Hmm.
Is that what you guys found?
No. The window being out and the window being halfway down, yes. In the back seat, no. In the back trunk cargo area, yes. She was not in the back seat, but in the back cargo area.
Okay, so you're saying that Kylie's body was found in the back cargo area of the vehicle. Was that did that area appear to be open from the back seat? Because this is basically a small SUV.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible to crawl back. Um, are you gonna crawl back there and not choose the window that's open or the window that's halfway open already? Uh, that doesn't seem logical to happen in that scenario. But who knows? I mean, there's no exact science to what a car does when it goes into the water and how it reacts to the water, the twisting and turning upside down, the nose diving because of the engine weight. Every car acts differently. I can tell you that with a car with a window out and a window half down sinks extremely fast. To to make it from there's no time to react, no time. So for
Because it
her
takes
to
on too much water. Yeah.
you're talking about seconds, not minutes,
Hmm.
seconds. Now, if a window is sealed up, it takes a lot more time for that to happen. The car stays buoyant longer and so forth. There's a lot more time to panic and maneuver your way, per se, to the back of a vehicle and squeeze yourself up and over the back row into a cargo area. But with windows down, there's not enough time for that to happen.
Well, and I spoke with a spokesperson for the Placer County Sheriff's Office today, and she said they're out of this now. They turned everything over to Nevada County
Hmm.
once the
Hmm.
vehicle was found in Nevada County, so they're no longer investigating. But we're trying to figure out from Nevada County what the status of the investigation is. The autopsy was conducted shortly after you guys found the vehicle, so we should hopefully know more in the coming weeks about that. So, Doug Bishop with Adventures with Purpose, thanks so much again for coming on. We appreciate it as always.
Yeah, thank you as well.